Alright guys, we got one of the oil reports back. This is Motul 8100 EcoEnergy. And if you look, it says, Richard, this Motul 8100 EcoEnergy looks good. The main elements we see here are boron, calcium, phosphorus, and zinc. Boron and calcium help keep solids in suspension, while zinc and phosphorus are anti-wear additives. The viscosity is in the correct range for 5W30. There's no water contamination in solubles, and the 8.6 TBN is off to a strong start. This oil should work well for your intended application. And as we're looking down here, you can see moly, there's like nothing in it. Absolutely nothing. Boron, there's a decent amount, but it's not anything substantial compared to some of the oils that have a much higher anti-wear package. Now, where this thing shines is this calcium right here. Look at that calcium. It's almost double, if not 2.5 times what most oils are, and that's a detergent, a dispersant. And then you have phosphorus and zinc down here, which they say they're trying to leave out of newer cars in the larger forms because of damage to the emission systems. But this is a Ford approved oil. What I don't like about this is the fact that the moly is nothing and the boron is it's kind of low compared to, I mean, where's the wear package at? Just phosphorus and zinc? That's the only thing? I don't know. To me, to be honest with you, the only reason that this TBN looks as high as it is because of the calcium levels. The calcium levels, the phosphorus, and the zinc. I mean, this almost looks like this could be a decent oil for like an older performance engine. And like a lighter build, a more mild build. And this would work better in a more mild, lighter build than a newer engine with low tension rings and more susceptible to low speed pre-ignition, with the calcium levels being so high that could cause some low speed pre-ignition issues. The phosphorus and zinc look good. Boron is a great anti-wear additive as well. But no moly at all? I don't know how I feel about it. Let's look at the Royal Purple HPS. Now here's the Royal Purple HPS. Royal Purple 5W30 oil should work well. Don't mind the iron. It's a common find in virgin samples. Molybdenum, phosphorus, and zinc are the main anti-wear additives in this oil. Boron, calcium, and magnesium are detergent dispersant additives used to hold solids in suspension. There's no water contamination to note. The viscosity is in the correct range for 5W30 grade oil, and 6.6 TBN is strong. And we look down here, it's got a really good amount, or it's got a decent, respectable amount of moly. The thing that's weird about this is the liquid moly gen had 144, and it's a moly gen based product, right? So people were like, oh my god, this stuff is the best thing ever. And then when you look at it, it doesn't actually look all that special. Boron is at 99, which is higher than the Motul. Calcium is at a higher than your general average. You might see like 1,000 or 900 parts per million. This is 1224. Magnesium, phosphorus, and zinc. So it's got a very, very, very big amount of zinc and phosphorus, and it's got moly, and it has boron, and there's less calcium, so you have less chance of low speed pre-ignition. And the magnesium compared to the Motul is much better in here than it is in the Motul. Motul is all, or magnesium can also be, you can raise the magnesium and lower the calcium and get a better dispersant detergent effect in things staying clean. Magnesium doesn't create low speed pre-ignition like calcium does. And if you look at the shear rating or CST viscosity or sus viscosity with the Royal Purple HPS here versus the Motul, Royal Purple HPS looks better. When you look at the zinc levels, Royal Purple HPS looks better. When you look at phosphorus, Royal Purple HPS looks better. When you look at boron, Royal Purple HPS looks better. When you look at moly, Royal Purple HPS looks better. The only reason this has an 8.6 TBN, like it almost looks like a freaking diesel TBN, is because that calcium level is so high. And the reason diesels need the calcium level so high is because it's a acidic dispersant fighter, as well as tries to keep all that ash and stuff in suspension. So even though this Motul 8100 EcoEnergy or EcoClean, I don't really know. I don't really care for it. I think Royal Purple HPS by far is superior to this version of the Motul 8100 EcoEnergy. Royal Purple HPS, I gotta give it to them. They completely knocked it out of the park on this one. I love the sus viscosity. It's at the higher end of the spectrum. Flash point in Fahrenheit, it did fall off about 10 points here versus the Motul, but everything about the Royal Purple HPS looks better overall. I will create a public PDF file and put this in the comment section so you guys can have access to this information. Tomorrow we will go over 2 or 3 more. And I'm also waiting for one of the Schaefers. I got them all back, all the ones that I just sent. I got all the results back. I'm waiting for one of the Schaefer 9000 full synthetics I just tested. I'm waiting for that back. So I want to see if they send it to me today before I release anything with the Schaefer stuff. Well, that's the video this morning on Motul 8100, 100% synthetic. But then when you actually look at the material safety data sheet, this is not 100% synthetic oil. And same with Royal Purple. It's not 100% synthetic oil, but it is. They're both blended oils. And Royal Purple, I got to give it to them, by far beat out Motul. Royal Purple HPS, guys. It's the winner for today's oil analysis. Y'all be blessed. Take care.